Hello and welcome to This is Just Ross and Chris chatting about Scottish property. Hello, hello. The topic for today is going to be on building a property portfolio, how best to do that, and we'll chat about it in detail. But largely speaking, it's whether or not to go kind of one at a time or big jumps with portfolio purchases. And I don't think there's one way is better than the other. I think that it depends on your individual goal, somebody's goal, and timescales that are involved, and maybe cash available. There's a few aspects involved, of course. Does that sound about right, Ross?
I think you're right. I think it is a case of understanding what your strategy is, understanding what your financial position is, what you can afford, and what your timescales are for getting there. How many properties do you need to provide the income you want? What type of properties do you want to invest in? And how long is it going to take for you to achieve your property goals? So taking everything into consideration, if you're starting off one at a time, how long is it going to take you to get there, as opposed to obviously buying a portfolio, a ready-made portfolio. And there's obviously certain advantages of buying a portfolio, isn't there, Chris, of getting it all in one go, as opposed to sort of building up. And I think we'll discuss the snowball effect later, but building up the snowball effect as opposed to the property portfolio route. Yeah,
I think that, again, just touching on goals before we get into the advantages of buying a portfolio, and also with regards to goals, is just what somebody is comfortable with. How diverse do you want the portfolio to be? So are you happy with it being in lots of different cities across Scotland, or do you want it all in one city? Do you like to buy all the properties in one stair or close, or do you not? Would you want the opposite? So everybody has a slightly different approach. Do you want all flats, all houses, all new builds? So it's just understanding what kind of properties you want and in your portfolio, and when you start to buy, start with the end in mind, I suppose. But with regards to portfolio purchases, the big advantage is that it's done in one big leap, but equally tax advantages. If you buy 6 or more, then you get a thing called MDR, multiple dwelling relief, and effectively you don't need to pay the ADS, the additional dwelling supplements. Acronym City, isn't it? Anything else to say about portfolio purchases? No, not really. Ross, you touched on the snowball effect there, and that's largely a capital growth comment. And we've written a blog. We've written 2 blogs actually that can be attached to this post. One is on ADS, and the other one is on the building a property portfolio. So a bit more of an in-depth look into it. Anything else about ADS or property portfolios, Ross?
I suppose from the ADS perspective, if you're buying a single property, buying one at a time, and you're buying in an area where the property prices are low, if the property that you purchase is under £40,000, there's no ADS to pay. So that's no ADS associated with a property purchase at that level. Obviously, that is difficult to find in big cities, but as you go outside the big cities, these property prices are achievable.
Okay, all right. And we've got a number of portfolios for sale. Worth mentioning that. So if anybody out there is interested in buying property portfolios, then I'd be the person to speak to in that instance. Also go to the website to see all the ones that are on the open market, which are the individual properties. If you're buying a property portfolio and you're saving on ADS, you can save 10, 15, 20, £40,000 depending on the overall value of the portfolio. So it's well worth considering, and it's surprising actually how many people don't know about the ADS saving through buying 6 or more in one transaction. So anything else to say, Ross? I think that's pretty good, eh?
That's pretty good. It's just to sort of obviously go over it. It's not one size fits all. It's obviously dependent on your circumstances. So there's not one route that's better or worse than the other route. It really depends on your circumstances at the time and what you want to achieve.
Very true. Thanks very much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.